It's AumSum time! What if Facebook disappeared?
Oh no! Now, how will I connect with the millions of my fans?
Oh, AumSum.
To buy this t-shirt, visit AumSum.com.
Firstly, Facebook makes it easy to meet our friends virtually. If Facebook disappeared, people may actually go out and meet friends. Secondly, if Facebook disappeared, people who are addicted to Facebook notifications may start praying to hear them again. Thirdly, WhatsApp has become the king of instant communication. If Facebook disappeared, letter writing may make a comeback. Fourthly, billions of photos are uploaded on Instagram daily. If Facebook disappeared, selfies may actually go out of fashion. Fifthly, more than 2.7 billion people are actively using Facebook. If Facebook disappeared, the world may suddenly get a little lonely. Lastly, if Facebook disappeared, Mark Zuckerberg will lose his billionaire tag. Why do our eyes become red?
Because we color them using red paint.
Oh, AumSum. Let me explain. Did you know that extremely tiny blood vessels are present on the surface of our eyes? Yes, they do. When these blood vessels get dilated or inflamed, our eyes appear red. In this condition, our red eyes are also sometimes referred to as bloodshot eyes. The most common causes of eye redness are allergies triggered due to irritants such as pollen, dust, perfume, or smoke. In this case, our eyes may also have itching, burning, or tearing. A condition called dry eye, in which our eyes lack the tears necessary to nourish or lubricate them. An infection such as conjunctivitis. Sometimes conjunctivitis is also referred to as pink eye. Finally, eye redness can also be a result of trauma or injury to our eyes. Why do our eyes twitch?
Because we use too much Twitter.
What? Oh, I'm sorry. Eye twitching is also referred to as eyelid twitching or myokymia. Myokymia is a repetitive, spontaneous, involuntary spasm or quivering of our eyelid muscles. These eye twitches are generally mild and last for a very short length of time. But in some cases, they may be strong enough to force closing of both the eyelids, and in some cases, they might last for a longer period of time. Eye twitches are considered to be unpredictable, as in they do not follow any specific pattern of occurrence. Some of the common causes of eye twitching are eye irritation, fatigue, lack of sleep, too much alcohol, caffeine, or tobacco, allergies, etc. Eyelid twitches are generally considered to be harmless, but may require a doctor visit in some extreme cases. Why does smoking make us cough?
'Cause our body wants burgers, not cigarette smoke.
Oh, AumSum. Our respiratory system consists of mucus and hair-like projections called cilia. When we breathe, mucus helps us trap harmful substances like germs, dust, etc., whereas cilia help us to expel these harmful substances out of our respiratory system. However, when we smoke, we inhale thousands of chemicals. These chemicals damage or even paralyze the cilia, causing them to lose their ability to expel harmful substances. So, these substances remain in our respiratory system. Hence, in order to remove these harmful substances, our body makes us cough. Also note that sometimes this cough gets worse in the morning. Why? Because during sleep, the cilia begin to repair themselves and start expelling the harmful substances. Now, to remove all the harmful substances, our body starts coughing more in the morning. Is butter coffee healthy?
Nah, I like my butter ice cream more.
Oh, AumSum. First of all, butter coffee is simply plain brewed coffee mixed with butter. People in the Himalayas, Nepal, Tibet, etc. have been drinking it for centuries. It offers the following advantages. Firstly, it can be easily prepared at home. Secondly, butter has traditionally met the energy needs of people living and working in high-altitude areas. Thirdly, some people drink butter coffee to promote ketosis. Ketosis is a metabolic process in which our body burns stored fat for energy instead of glucose. Lastly, as it contains a large amount of fat, it may increase feeling of fullness. But on the flip side, too much of anything is never good for the body. Too much butter coffee can lead to overconsumption of calories, which may lead to several negative health effects. Why are birds shrinking in size?
I don't know. Maybe they should be eating more cookies.
Oh, AumSum. A research conducted over 40 years by collecting more than 70,000 samples of 52 North American migratory birds clearly shows that birds are definitely decreasing in size. The lower leg of the bird is commonly used as a measure of its body size. It was found that its length reduced by more than 2% during this period. Researchers believe that this decrease in body size is related to increase in global temperature. Why? Because a smaller body size allows the birds to cool off more quickly, as in lose body heat faster. It was also observed that during the same period, wingspans of birds increased by more than 1%. Researchers believe that migratory birds compensate for smaller body sizes by increasing their wingspans. This makes them better equipped to survive their long migratory journeys. Are nicotine-free e-cigarettes harmful?
Cigarettes? Ew! Lollipops are my favorite.
Nice, AumSum. The problem with the nicotine-free e-cigarettes is that the liquid contained in them contains other harmful chemical toxins, aerosols, flavorings, etc. Multiple studies have shown the following. Firstly, chemicals released during the vaping process may contain carcinogens. Secondly, cinnamon flavoring may impair the ability of cilia, which are the first line of defense in our lungs, causing diseases such as asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Thirdly, inhaling diacetyl, a flavoring agent used in e-cigarettes, can lead to a severe lung disease dubbed as popcorn lung. Lastly, even when e-cigarettes are used for the first time, they have a harmful effect on our blood flow, as in our arteries get stiff and the amount of oxygen in our blood gets reduced. So, it might be safe to avoid e-cigarettes until conclusive studies regarding their safety are completed. Why do we get food cravings?
Who says so? I'm always on a strict diet.
Oh, AumSum. Let me explain. Firstly, craving for chocolates is an indication of low levels of magnesium in our body. Secondly, we crave for cheese because it contains an amino acid called tryptophan, which boosts production of serotonin in our body. Serotonin is also called a happy chemical as it contributes to feelings of well-being and happiness. Thirdly, our craving for sugar and sweets is primarily because of low blood sugar. Our body can efficiently produce energy using sugar or carbohydrate. Now, if we reduce intake of sugar or when we are low on energy, then our body craves for sugar or sweets. Fourthly, we crave for salt, as in sodium, as our body tries to correct the imbalance of sodium caused either due to dehydration or electrolyte imbalance. Lastly, we crave for tea or coffee mainly because of addiction to caffeine. Should we work out when we have cold?
We should just chill and have milkshakes.
You wish. Yes, one may work out, but for shortened duration and with reduced intensity if symptoms are above the neck, as in common cold, stuffy nose, sneezing, or jaw pain. As these symptoms are minor, one can take appropriate cold-related medicines and then put in mild exercise with proper care. Note that light or moderate physical activity may help open up the nasal passageway, thus helping us feel better. But on the flip side, there is a chance of spreading germs or viruses to others. On the other hand, If the symptoms are below the neck, as in fever, vomiting, cough, shortness of breath, etc., then one should not exercise. Our body needs rest in this case. Hence, one should not overwork as it will make it difficult to recover and may also lead to fatigue or dizziness. Can our body produce alcohol?
Nah, my body produces sweet, soothing music.
Stop it, AumSum. It is possible due to a rare medical condition called autobrewery syndrome or gut fermentation syndrome. In this syndrome, a yeast which is present in our stomach and the initial part of our small intestine, as in our upper gastrointestinal tract, ferments foods containing carbohydrates into alcohol. Normally, our liver can detoxify the small amount of alcohol which is produced as a byproduct of yeast fermentation. But in the above case, way too much alcohol is produced. Now, when a person suffering from this syndrome is compared to a drunken person, he exhibits similar breath, smell, drowsiness, as well as gait changes. But as compared to a drunken person, this person can be treated with antifungal medications. He may also need to make some dietary changes, as in reduce intake of simple sugars, refined carbohydrates, etc.